Green 18. Green 19.
Fournette, the running back. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brady to throw. Throws a deep pass downfield. Got Scotty Miller in the open. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Rodgers fires quickly. End zone is caught for the touchdown by Allen Lazard.
This drive began back at the 21. Dropping. 3-step drop. Goes on the end zone. Caught ball. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans reaches up with one hand.
Just spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete.
3rd and 1. Rodgers play action. Looks to the end zone. Rainbow Jordy Nelson. He's got it. Touchdown!
To the 11-yard line. There's the snap. Mahomes running to his right. Look out. He may run. Mahomes directly. Goes toward the end zone. Batted to intercepted. Picked off in the end zone. Bucks are going to beat the Chiefs.
Enough about our
enough
about our bullshit with our past lives as
enough
terrible
about us being
football
losers.
What's up, guys? I am back, and welcome to what I believe is episode 19 of Battle for the Bay podcast. With me, as always, is Draz.
Howdy.
So, we kind of, we both kind of got screwed out of games last week. Draz more than me, but it still happened.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got fucked over. The perfect Lions season is over because of the referees. And you can tell if Joy watches this, you got fucking bailed by the refs so goddamn hard.
Oh, my sweet child. I don't think they want to hear about the refs. I don't think they want to hear about the refs after the illegal hands to the face a few years ago. That would never happen.
Well, there was two illegal hands to the face not called in this last game, so we're even. And pass interference and holding again. Look, I think I've said that the Lions are better than the Packers, so like I'm not like surprised it lost. We just got the game taken out of our hands, right? If the Lions had still won the game in overtime or something, I would have no fucking problem with it. But there were multiple times, like the pass interference called on Green Bay, where the Lions were doing the same thing the whole game, and it just was never called for them. And Green Bay does it once in the red zone. They call it take a touchdown off the board. And we aren't even talking about this because Green Bay has a lead instead of it being tied, right? But yeah, the biggest one was the offensive pass interference on 2nd and 20 that turned it into 3rd and 1 and then 4th and 1 and then Dan Campbell having balls of steel going for it on 4th and 1.
At that point, It's not balls of steel. It is just, I don't know what to call it. That's not balls of steel, though.
I mean, it's 4th and 1. He's in field goal range. You kick the potential game-winning field goal with 40 seconds left. It's the smart move.
I'll be completely honest. I'm expecting Jake Bates to miss that for whatever reason.
Yeah. I would have liked the game to have been, I don't know, it was such a good game that was marred by, it's just another game to me that was ruined. So it's not like the only game that I've been frustrated with about the refs. I mean, me and you have talked about how many times the Chiefs gotten bailed out.
Well, the Chiefs get bailed out more times than not. Whether it's by the refs or their own rituals that they do in pregame.
Fucking doink this week.
That fucking when I was in my school's cafeteria working on my paper during that game. I looked down for the split second to watch the field goal. I look up to start typing on my paper. Then I just hear the boom sound, and my head snapped in such a way that I popped it, and I audibly went ooh, because I thought they doinked it like it missed, but no. It helped them win. Even when they fuck up, it works. Now that night only got embarrassment plus a crick in the neck.
All right, let's see.
But anyways, our soapboxing aside.
We have to do Pick-Ems for the week.
And that actually no. Yeah, we got Pick-Ems to do. And after that,
you believe we're in week 15 of 18?
Yeah, no, the season's going too far, but as much bullshit's been happening, the season's going away way too quick. I didn't ask for this.
Is it just me, or has it been a weird season? Like, I don't remember this much bullshit happening last season.
Oh yeah, no, we all know it's because the NFL influencing games.
Or just the referees being so buns at their job that they have one thing that they're being paid to do, and but even
as
that,
long
like,
as Jerome
even
Mosier's not
refs,
there,
like,
I still hate him, even though he's been retired for the last couple of years.
but even without it, like the Bengals being legitimately an awful team while having one of the best offenses I've seen in years.
Yeah,
The Chiefs having the worst points differential of any 11-0 team in the history of the NFL. The Titans having Will Levis having a meme pictures. The Giants with their fucking train wreck. The Panthers getting multiple coaches fired. The NFC South, just the NFC South.
No,
itself.
the AFC South is worse.
The AFC South is pretty bad.
The NFC South is cannibalizing itself. The AFC South just sucks, and then there's Houston.
Houston kind of sucks this year, though.
Exactly.
Oh man, and then the fucking Broncos with their train wreck of a franchise all of a sudden looking decent this year. The Chargers looking good, and then the Bears, the Bears being the Bears, the Bears being 4-2, or what were they? Wasn't it 4-2?
They were 4-2, and everybody was sucking off Caleb Williams, even though he did literally nothing.
Yeah, they're 4-2. Okay, before I know we have to start Pick-Ems, but real quick before, did you see the halftime stats for the Bears game?
What?
The 49ers had 314 yards in the first half, which is the most out of any team in the entire season, right?
Oh yeah, and that's where like
so
half their offense gone.
They fire Matt Eberflus, and their defense immediately becomes even worse. But their offense doesn't get any better. They had, and I'm not even exaggerating, they had 4 yards of offense in the first half. 4 yards of offense. and 2 of those yards were like in the final 5 minutes of the second quarter. So for the majority of the first half, they only had two fucking yards of offense. Oh, dude, seeing that stat, it was like it fucking
that
broke me.
Dopamine high.
Dude, every time I want to see I'm a fan of train wrecks. Anytime I want to see a train wreck, I just watch a Bears game.
Even if they win, it's still hilarious. All right, but we got shit to get through. We got shit to get through. Our overall records come to this. I'm at 133.76. Draz, you're 129.79. So I gained another game on you somehow.
Bullshit, that's why. All right, week 15, Thursday night this week, Rams 49ers.
Okay, so the Rams surprised both of us. We spent all but 6 seconds talking about their last game.
Okay, so regardless, they surprised me, but the Bills lost this game more than the Rams won it because there was clock management issues at the end. Mm-hmm. They burned a timeout when they didn't have to, something of that nature, and basically put it all up to an onside kick to win the game after burning a timeout.
Yeah, and even then, the Rams almost choked it. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Then there was the blocked punt.
yeah.
Return for a touchdown. It was a weird game. The Bills had their we're supposed to win it, but we lost it game. They had their fluke game, so I'm not really worried about the Bills. They scored 42 points.
Yeah,
but the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams, okay, they won a game. They're 7-6, and they're right behind the Seattle Seahawks for the NFC West. But do I really think they're going to make any more noise? No.
My prediction is that they steal the NFC West. I'm not wholeheartedly confident in it, but they could.
Again, what I had in the offseason was that they were going to go 8-9 but make the playoffs anyways. And that very well could happen. That very well is not going to happen now, but
it's trending more like 9-8 and making the playoffs. But that's still not a horrible.
But I'll say, and this is depending on what the rest of their division does, they could be 2-2 and be behind the Cardinals and almost be behind the Cardinals in the division. Yeah. I'm saying the Cardinals already have a game on them.
Yeah, the Cardinals are struggling right now offensively.
But yeah, that's not the point. Even though the San Francisco 49ers struggled, they looked very good against the Bears. They might as well be the Browns, but the Bears.
Yeah.
So, I'm taking the 49ers more out of having less faith in the Rams than do I have faith in the 49ers. I have faith. Yeah, I don't have faith in either of these teams, but the 49ers, at least they got Kyle Shanahan and a decent defense still.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that the Rams offensive line can handle Joey Bosa, and let's just say I think Fred Warner's going to get himself an interception or two.
Yeah, no, they're going to be. About saying
You've
they
got
also
an
lost
old player that's a gunslinger.
About saying I think they also lost another running back. So who the hell is the running back going to be? That's a good question. I'm still pending in the 49ers, but still.
I will say this: all the Rams have to do is rush for 100 yards, and if they do, they're like 4-2. So run the ball, Rams, and you'll win. But I'm going with the 49ers because I don't trust you still. Commanders Saints.
Okay,
can
so
the
trend didn't happen. The trend didn't happen last week.
No, but can I just say something about the fucking trend? The trend almost happened.
I know, and then Brian Brzee with the clutch blank,
on a
with the clutch block. Well, no, they didn't win on the
won on a fucking miracle.
Even if it got in, it was going to overtime anyways.
They would have lost in overtime. My curse is so fucking strong. But
the trend didn't happen.
I don't know if you've seen the Saints schedule. I'm trending saying the Saints are going to lose out for the rest of the season.
Well, we'll see about that later. But I know for certain this week it is going to be a loss. The Commanders are going to take this, and I don't care what anybody has to say. I like Jaden Daniels.
I'm thinking in blowout.
I'm still being proven right.
In blowout
I'm still being proven right about Jaden Daniels. He's amazing. He's the best rookie QB. I'm not changing my mind about it. Nobody's going to give me otherwise. Even if he loses the rookie of the year to Bo Nix, I'm still going to say, well, Jaden Daniels was the better quarterback.
He just has a guy who can't show up in December to play offensive coordinator.
Yeah, no. If the Commanders lose this, I'm just gonna not pick him for the rest of the year because of what the fuck is his name?
I know. I can see his fucking face right now. I can't think of his name.
I almost said Kyle Shanahan, but that's not it. Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury, yes.
But yeah, if the Commanders lose
like
this, then I'm just not going to pick him again because of Cliff Kingsbury. That's it. It's not because of the rest of the team. It's because of Cliff fucking Kingsbury.
All right, next game.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Kansas City,
Unfortunately,
Cleveland.
I'm not going to talk about this one much.
We can't.
I'm going to just say the Chiefs.
the Browns, I hope they pull it off, but I can't. I'm taking the Chiefs here. I put down both Browns. I subconsciously wrote down both Browns because that's been the entire MO for the season. Pick against the Chiefs. But if the Browns do pull this off, that'll be hilarious. Like, it'll be great.
Jerry Jeudy has officially revitalized his career. Man is cooking on the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next toilet bowl game.
Uh-oh.
Bengals Titans.
Okay, we don't have to talk about much. We don't have to talk about this one much either. This is the Bengals all the way.
I have to choose the Bengals, but can I just say I am 1-4 with the Bengals in the last 5 weeks, or 1-3?
Well, you're now
in the last 4 weeks.
You're now 2-3.
I can guarantee you, whichever one it is, I only have one win. I am not comfortable picking the Bengals anymore, and they only won via bullshit against the Cowboys.
Not bullshit. Their special teams fucked up.
Yeah, they basically had to beat the Dak Prescott-less Cowboys because of a mishap of the Cowboys special teams after them making a good play.
This just shows you how bad the Cincinnati Bengals defense is.
It is historically bad. It's like they don't even have a defensive coordinator out there. They're just like, just wing it, guys. Run whatever formation you guys want, and then they get cooked every single play. But yeah, I guess I gotta choose the Bengals based on power of offense alone, and Will Levis might just throw it to the defense. So, like, but even then, I don't even trust the Bengals corners to catch it. Like,
I mean, that's a completely fair point. That's a completely fair point on your end.
If the Titans win, it'll be funny, and I'll basically be,
whenever the late season comes,
the
the tank bowls are more funny to watch.
Oh, for sure. Now, the next game is actually quite interesting because the Dolphins are making it interesting for playoff hunt.
Yeah, we got Miami going to Houston. Okay.
Miami going to Houston.
Okay. The Houston defense is terrible. But they're coming off a bye. But do I really trust that? Do I really buy in? Do I really buy into it by saying, "Oh, the team coming off the bye week has more of a chance to win"? No. That team is terrible top to bottom. They're only in the position they are because of the division they're in.
Yeah.
I'm going with Miami.
The last good team they beat was the Bills back on October 6th.
Yeah, in October.
They lost to the Jets in that time. They lost to the Lions. They beat the Cowboys without Dak Prescott. They lost to the Titans, and they barely beat the Jaguars. That pick last week was we made the right choice picking the Jags over the Texans.
I know. Then Cesar Shire had to be the piece of shit he is. Yeah.
If Lawrence had not gotten dirty hit, we would have had that game as a win. We would have another win on our schedule.
Yeah, and they would be I believe 7-8, not 7-8, but 7-7. With the Colts right behind them, sniffing up their ass.
Well, they're 8-5. They would be 7-6. So, regardless,
yeah.
Sorry, I think the Dolphins are going to win this game.
My math went.
I think if the Texans aren't careful, they might miss the playoffs, but they are guaranteed to be a first-round exit this year. All but guaranteed, anyway, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They are the worst playoff team if they get there. And the Dolphins are already a better team than them, and I don't trust the Dolphins that much.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So Okay. So before the Ravens dropped games to hold on, let me look at their schedule because I know they lost to a few others. before they dropped games to but before they dropped last week's game against the Eagles, they were Lamar Jackson was like X-1 against the NFC. You know what that team was? The one that got the better of them?
Giants.
The Daniel Jones-led Giants, correct. Does it happen again? No, but it would be very funny.
Daniel Jones ain't there anymore.
Yeah, no, this is an obvious Baltimore pick, but it'll be the funniest thing on earth if the Giants win this.
The Ravens need to get their shit together, dude. They've lost 5 games, and every single time when they've lost those games, they haven't looked like the good Ravens that we know.
Yeah, no, they're paper tigers.
Yeah, they're one game they're like insanely good against a good defense, and then they'll suck against a bad defense. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, not to also mention
the fact that they have the same record as the Texans is crazy. They're a better team. They're a better team. Better defense, better offense, better everything. Better quarterback, better running back, better offensive line, better defensive line, better corners, better safeties. They're better all the way through than the Texans at position for position. And yet they have the same record. I know strength of schedule is different, but still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking the Ravens. Not going to talk too much about it. Giants,
well, we got the next game. We got
you have a
plenty
chance
to talk
do
about.
something funny.
Yeah, the next game we got plenty to talk about. We got the Jets going to the Jags, like the toilet bowl of the week.
Final boss of toilet bowl.
The toilet bowl of the week. Who do you want, Old Man Rodgers or McCorkle Jones?
I'm going to choose the Jets because I trust Rodgers. But the thing is, I don't trust the Jets to not choke away a lead that Rodgers gives them because they've done it 5 times this season. And that's not even an exaggeration. They were talking about it during the game this week because I was watching the game and they were like, the Jets have lost via game-winning drive 4 times this season. And it's like, yeah, and long story short, they allowed a game-tying drive and then a game-winning drive in overtime against the Dolphins. And Rodgers never got the ball back again because it's the Jets.
The Bears.
Yeah, and it's just Mac Jones has been horrible. I thought he could revitalize his career, but he went to the worst place possible to do so.
Like, he's a future Brown for sure. I can tell you that much. He's a future Brown.
Yeah. Either that or he's going to shit his pants, one of the two. But who are you picking?
Well,
whichever one you fucked.
A tie. That's the best I can think of. This is going to end in a tie. But if I had to pick one, I got to go with the Jets here because I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers than Mac Jones.
And him and Devontae have been clicking these last couple weeks. They got the mojo back.
Mm-hmm. So who are you taking?
They're just on a team that can't win a game.
So what are you taking then?
I'm taking Jets.
All right, both Jets. Cool.
Jets.
Jets. Fuck.
Dude, what are the toilet bowls this week? There's either good team versus bad team or shit team versus shit team. I'm telling you right now, I'm rolling with the Panthers, bro.
They are favorites for like the first time in weeks.
And I do have a no pick clause on the Cowboys.
You do.
In effect.
All right, I'm actually going to follow that because I just think it'll be funny to see the Carolina Panthers win against the Cowboys.
On top of that, though, the Panthers have actually figured some stuff out. Like,
but I'll say, and that's also good because that's also good because that'll also bode well from next week. Because you know who's going to a Cowboy? You know who's going to see his team play against the Cowboys? Me. And if the Carolina Panthers can do it, so can my team.
If Bakers doesn't stop fucking throwing the worst goddamn interceptions imaginable.
Yeah, no, that one in the red zone, that was awful.
I heard you fucking smash your fucking desk from across the entire fucking.
I didn't even smash my desk during that play. I just looked at it and went, yeah, Yeah, that happened. I couldn't believe that it happened. I was like, what the fuck? That's not Baker. Anyways, speaking of
this year
Baker.
has been like throwing. I don't know. He gets like overconfident sometimes.
Yeah.
Because he's slinging these throws that are like incredibly high difficulty that he's landing, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I could do one that's slightly more." Like that one, he was way under pressure and decides to like throw it off the back foot around the goddamn defensive lineman that he's getting pressured by because he was getting an offensive lineman pushing his face, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna throw it off the back foot," like, and right to the defense. It's like, Baker, you could have just scrambled out of there and thrown the ball away, or scrambled out of there and like lived to fight another 5 seconds to try to throw it. You didn't have to throw it right then.
All right, but anyways.
So yeah, both of us were picking the Panthers.
Yeah, and speaking of Baker, we got Tampa Bay going to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Okay, so the Chargers, they don't have a receiving game at all. My kingdom to give Justin Herbert the receivers that can catch. The Bucks, we finished off the Raiders, and we're sitting pretty on top of our division. The problem is that if we don't win this, and the Falcons somehow don't choke against the Raiders, they take that right back. Now, I'm just going to do the strategy. Believe by not believing. I got faith in the Bucks that they can win. But do I believe they can win? No. Do I hope they win? Yes. I'm taking the Chargers here just out of caution. Maybe it'll work in my favor and I made an idiot like the football gods want me to look.
Let's see.
Also, how have we not played another division game since the Falcons? Oh, wait, no, we played the Panthers.
Because your last two are divisional. Your last two games in the season are divisionals.
Yeah. But I'm taking the Chargers. Just out of abundance of caution.
I'm going to roll with the Bucks, actually.
Really?
The Chargers are down a running back. Their receiving core is not great. And Tampa Bay can run the ball. Now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm so happy we were able to run the ball now. I just wish that our running backs can keep a better ball security. If we had better ball security, we'd have the division lead on the freaking Falcons.
Here, the most points that the Chargers have scored was against the Bengals defense at 34.
And that's the Bengals defense.
But the last 3 weeks that they've put up is 23, 17, 17. They have scored 17 points 3 or 4 times this season. They have issues putting up points against teams. It's a tough one because the Chargers should win this game on paper.
So next up,
all right, we got
Indianapolis going to Denver. Okay, I hate Sean Payton. This pick is just pure, unadulterated spite on my end. I'm taking the Colts, and I will hear no other arguments. I am not going to speak at all for the rest of this pick.
You see, the Colts are fighting for their playoff lives. But they barely beat the Jets and the Patriots. I'm going to pick the Broncos and just say the Broncos are going to run all over the Colts. I know you're picking out of spite, and 90% of the time I get fucked over, even though I make the correct pick. So I probably should just go with you because you're getting lucky. But your spite picks have been incredibly lucky this year. But I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
I had a feeling. I already had that down for you. All right.
Next game.
Next game is the Patriots versus your disowned child, the Arizona Cardinals.
They're not disowned.
They're not disowned. You still believe in them?
I still love my baby. They have a Patriots, Panthers, Rams, and 49ers rest of the season. They beat the 49ers once already. They could maybe beat the Rams, but they can at least win these next 2 weeks, and that's what I'm gonna do. Put them at. They're gonna win. They're gonna win these next 2 weeks. So I'm picking them against the Patriots because Patriots are bad.
About to say, yeah, I'll follow suit with that. I'll also take Arizona. About to say they're fighting for the NFC West too. So
Yeah, they're still in it.
They're still in it.
They just can't tie with the Seahawks.
Yeah, no. About to say, and then about to say that actually has the NFC West all put up, except for the Seattle Seahawks, who I believe are on a. Oh wait, no, they play the Packers this week. So depending on what happens with the Seahawks, the Cardinals could have a actual shot to steal it away.
They just have to win their 2 divisional games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. Where's the last Seahawks? They lost. Yeah, they lost.
About to say the Seahawks got
He
the
played
sweep. The Seahawks got the sweep on them.
Yeah, it really came down to Kyler Murray threw 2 interceptions in that game.
And they were kind of one of the worst ones you'll ever see.
Yeah. They were able to move the ball like the Cardinals do a lot of good things, but
They just can't put it together.
They're obviously a couple if 1 or 2 years away from actual consideration, but I like them. They're still okay in my book. They're one of the most difficult teams to pick games on. So that makes it interesting. All right, juggernaut matchup: Bills Lions.
Okay, I said last week that the Lions are due for a loss, and not against the Packers. This is that loss. The Buffalo is coming off losing in terrible fashion against the Rams. They're going to be pissed off.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Packers could knock off the Lions, the Bills can't.
I'm still taking I'm still taking Buffalo here. I love the Lions. I'll have no problem with them winning. But Buffalo is still trying to get that number 1 seed. The Chiefs keep bullshitting to wins, which is helpful, but it has to end eventually. I'm taking the Bills.
What's the Chiefs' rest of their fucking schedule, though?
Texans, Steelers, Broncos.
You really see 2 losses?
We know one's going to come against the Steelers. We know
I can see them losing to the Steelers.
We know at least one's coming. Well, I mean, the Broncos split against them last year.
Well,
in Houston, if they want me to be happy for a week.
Oh,
but anyways,
geez.
I'm taking the Bills here.
Let's see. What's the Lions' schedule look like?
The Lions, I think, end in like a cakewalk.
Bears, 49ers, Vikings. I'm gonna say they win this game. And they go against the Vikings for the division in the last week. They play for the division win.
Okay, so you're going Lions here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions.
All right, we got 3 splits. Ooh, interesting matchup this time. We got the battle for Pennsylvania. We got Pittsburgh going to Philadelphia. Now,
sorry, Philadelphia's built to beat the Steelers here. They're just fucking built to beat the Steelers.
I knew. No, what happens is that
it's a tough pick.
No, so. This is going to be NFC. This is going to be NFC North football, but in the NFC. Because both defenses are immaculate. Russell Wilson, the Steelers' offense could be a little bit better, but the Eagles' offense has been kind of wavering, especially in their passing attack. Saquon's awesome, but their passing attack is kind of meh.
The problem is, do I trust? What do I trust more? The Steelers?
Hey, the
If you look at
Steelers.
every
The
single one of
Steelers
their
have a light.
games-
The Steelers have a light version of Kansas City bullshit. A light version.
Look at every one of their games, though. Like, they have only lost one game by more than one score. They have either lost or won by one score for a majority of their season. Well, maybe not won by one score because they beat the Jets and the Raiders pretty handily. But they have a lot of their losses. Even in their losses, they play their teams. Their defense keeps them in it, which is why it's always terrifying to pick against them. Because they're always a strip sack away from winning a game, right? And I always say that TJ Watt's the most overrated defensive player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say everybody says he's number one, when I think he's like number 5
you had to
or
replace
6
the title
or 7.
after Aaron Donald was after Aaron Donald retired.
Yeah, I think he's like 6th or 7th in the league as far as players, but he's on one of the best defensive lines in football historically. They got Highsmith on there, and
Highsmith, Cam Hayward, and then himself,
Hayward,
of course.
Yeah. But this year they've been double teaming him. They've actually been double teaming him, and he has not been winning those double teams nearly as much as people like Garrett has in their careers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, God, I almost talked myself into picking Pittsburgh out of just like safe thing. But the Eagles have Saquon Barkley.
But Saquon Barkley versus one of the best defensive lines in football.
Yeah, but not for running the ball. That's the thing, is they're good at stopping the pass. When I say that, I immediately see fucking Jalen Hurts throwing 2 interceptions in this game. Jalen Hurts is the most overrated quarterback in the league.
I'm converting you.
I gotta go with the Steelers. Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been fucking converted, dude. I think that the Eagles are going to win this game.
Do not underestimate Steelers bullshit.
It's not even that. It's I don't trust Jalen Hurts. I don't like him. I like him as a person. I don't like him as a fucking player. You know how you have that player? Like, I trust Kirk Chains. I like Kirk Cousins. You don't like Kirk Cousins. I'm not talking about it like that. But imagine a player you really like, but you don't like. You're like, I want them to succeed, but they just don't. They just don't make it to that next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
They never do. That's what Jalen Hurts is. It's like, he could be a top 5 quarterback in the league, and he's just not.
Part of that has to do.
I mean, look at the
part of
offense
that has
around
to
him.
do with part of that has to do with Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, I would say. But Jalen Hurts is one of the most motivated quarterbacks in the league. So you got I like him, but I don't trust him nearly as much as I feel like I should be able to,
Mm-hmm.
Which it puts him in that conversation to be the same kind of quarterback as Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's really the best person to equate Jalen Hurts to. He's just slightly better Dak Prescott, in my opinion.
But so we all compare quarterbacks to Dak Prescott because he's literally the middest person on earth.
Exactly. And so it's like, are you better? You should re-sign your quarterback if he's better.
Are you better, worse, or literally this? Or literally just the same kind of quarterback, i.e. Kirk Cousins.
Big Kirko looks like he might be done in the league. The Achilles shot his mobility, and the Falcons.
I'll say the scam artist is being called out for what he is. I'm fine with it.
I think it's more the Falcons' fault than anything. Why is he fucking balling out in some games?
Okay, tangent. I went on this tangent in the beginning of the year with the Falcons. Yes, I hate him. But It's more of the fact that they decided to get Raheem Morris as a coach. We dealt with him as a defensive coordinator whenever he was with the Bucs. He gets promoted to being a head coach. Our first year, we went 10-6, but missed the playoffs. Then the next 2 years, we went 2-14 and 2-14 again. He sucks as a coach, and the only reason people are giving him a second chance is because he was on the Rams staff that had Aaron Donald on it. Now, as much as I like to say that Aaron Donald's overrated, he basically carried that defense the entire time he was there. So it wasn't more that it was Raheem Morris doing the work; it was more Aaron Donald was doing it. And we see that all the time with coordinators. When they get a good player on whatever side of the ball, it's going to make you look better than they actually are. This is the case with a Raheem Morris.
Well, my tangent is tangent. I had a tangent in after week 1 for the Falcons. I don't know if you remember. Shout out to one of our first weeks of the podcast. The fucking Falcons. This was my rant. The fucking Falcons won't stop running pistol.
Yeah, I know.
Kirk Cousins.
You want to run that more out of the shotgun than pistol.
And it's like, okay, well, Kirk Cousins has no mobility. You know why you run pistol in many ways is so you can run to either side of the ball. But the thing is when you sit back to pass, you only have 5 offensive linemen a lot of times. And maybe you could get a fullback in there to block and stuff like that. But whatever's going on with Kirk Cousins' mobility, pistol is just not working. He is changing his throwing. Like they have in a season where he needs to be to make it as easy as possible.
Yeah,
for him.
I think you made his ability akin to a tree. I think you once
it's
commented on it like he's just like a fucking tree in the pocket.
When Kirk Cousins throws play action this year, he looks like a top 5 quarterback in the league when he's throwing play action because he is really good at it and it's something that he's super comfortable at, right? That being said, they barely run play action, even though they have a run game that they set up in the pistol and stuff like that. But even when they run play action in the pistol, it's not him dropping back and doing the big, hard like sell thing with play action that you do, where you turn around and do this like big normal thing. Like he just turns around, fakes the handoff, and then is basically in the same spot if he's dropping back in pistol. But that being said as well, when you run pistol, you have to change the way you stand because you don't want the defense to know which direction you're running the ball. So he has to completely change his footwork in a season that he just came back from an Achilles tear. It's like, what are we doing? Like, why do you pay a guy $40 million and then don't tailor the offense around him, right? Say what you will about Kirk Cousins. I know you don't like him, but even say Kirk Cousins goes onto the Buccaneers, right? Tomorrow, right? Wouldn't you at least say, I want my team to have the best chance of success? At least let's run an offense that gives him the best chance of success. Like, doesn't that make sense? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. The Falcons, maybe that's a Raheem Morris thing. Maybe you're just right about Raheem Morris.
Of course I'm right about Raheem Morris. I'm always right about coaches.
Or maybe, because the thing is they fired their offensive coordinator or their coach. Something, they changed off of their offensive coordinator. Who... He was the guy who loved pistol, and they just kept pistol. It's like they still have pistol ingrained in their brain, and I don't know. It just the Falcons are a very confusing team to me. Missed potential is like it's the Falcons' mantra. Maybe them choking isn't their mantra. Maybe it's missed potential, which comes with also blowing leads and stuff with good players. I don't know. All right. Final three picks of the week.
Yeah, no, we gotta stop going on unrelated tangents.
I mean, we
went
haven't
from
really been.
we went from Philadelphia Steelers to talking about Raheem Morris, and they're the last game on here.
It's a podcast, man. We talk about shit.
I know, but still.
All
Anyways,
right, Packers, Steelers.
Seahawks.
Oh, no, sorry. Packers, Seahawks. Sorry,
Okay.
I had Steelers on the mind. I was looking at the Steelers-Eagles games.
This is another kind of interesting game for me. Seahawks won, and now they're kind of in the driver's seat to make sure that they stay ahead in the NFC West. But
The Packers
tend
to have issues with the Seahawks.
yeah, the Packers historically have had issues with the Seahawks.
The Seahawks-Packers games, the reason why they continually be scheduled is because it especially later in the season, is I guarantee the NFL knows how fucking fucky Seahawks-Packers games get. And they're like, we want a very entertaining...
The interception
Why
touchdown.
is it at 8:20? Why is it at 8:20 p.m.? Why is it instead of Steelers-Eagles? Why
It's
is
Sunday night.
It's because the Packers Seahawks is so fucky. They just know it's worth to be the 8:20 game.
Okay,
This
well,
game is going to be close, in my opinion. It doesn't
Well-
even matter how good or bad the Seahawks and the Packers are.
As much as I
it's
wanna-
going to be a fucky game.
as much as I want to go with the Seahawks, I will take the Packers here. They're coming off like I think a 2-week bye. Or an extra day of rest,
Well,
rather.
no, an extra day of rest.
So I think
I'll go with the Packers as well, but don't color me surprised if the Seahawks upset us.
yeah, no, the Packers upset you guys. I think it'll just be on like one of the fuckiest plays we've ever seen.
You mean
Y'all
like the
lose-
Fail Mary?
No, y'all lose on like failed.
Or the
y'all,
onside kick?
y'all lose on fail hurdle on a lateral play.
Yeah, so this year I will say Geno Smith kind of shut me up. I thought he was the most overrated quarterback in the league. It definitely goes to Jalen Hurts or what's another quarterback that's overrated? Not even Tua. CJ Stroud was good at the beginning of the season, but's fallen off because he's fucking terrified of his offensive line. So I wouldn't even call him overrated. Maybe Patrick Mahomes is up there with overrated quarterbacks right now. But yeah, he's one of. I thought that the Seahawks would be really bad this year, and they're just not. They're really good, or not really good, but they're at least decent. But yeah, which leads us to our final fucking game, or final two games. Bears Vikings. I have just not even thought about this one at all. I always forget this one happened. This is the Monday Night Football, bro.
Wait, what?
I'm picking the Packers. You're picking the Packers. I said the next game is Bears Vikings, which is Monday Night Football.
So, oh my God, two Monday Night Football games again? What the fuck?
Yeah, and both of them have chance to be toilet bowls or blowouts.
Well, I can tell you right now, the Vikings one's going to be a blowout of the Bears. I'm taking the Vikings here, and I don't have to talk too much about it.
We don't even have to talk about it. It's basically the Vikings against fucking
The Vikings against a
you could
JV
put-
squad.
You could put out fucking a bunch of Catholic nuns out on the field, and they might have a better chance of getting an interception than the Bears' entire defense. But yeah,
But we went on a tangent about this earlier. We got the Falcons going to the Raiders. Again, I'm just going to do this out of spite and for my own team needs. Raiders win. I won't hear any other arguments. I'm not going to be swayed on it. I won't be swayed. Desmond Ridder is going to have a revenge game against his former team. And I'll leave it at that.
You're also pretending like I'm going to pick the Falcons this week. You're
Don't.
acting like it.
Oh, you are, aren't you?
I'm picking the Raiders.
Why?
I'm,
Well, this is what?
the Falcons have fucking scorned me, man. They've scorned me for too long. I picked them against the Chargers. I didn't pick them against the Vikings. I picked them against the Broncos, I think. I picked them against the Saints. So I'm 1-3 picking the Falcons the last 3 weeks. Or one of the last 4 weeks. That and the fact that I think, well, we'll figure it. I'll tell more about my predictions coming up here, but
Yeah. About to say. With that being said, we are not gonna go into the news because, well, there is no news to talk about.
there's like nothing to talk about.
But instead, what we're gonna do, we are on playoff predictors.
Well, we're going to be doing final record predictions, and we're going to be doing final playoff seeding, and maybe will we go to the Super Bowl just to like lock in our Super Bowl picks? Give ourselves another chance for that. We might as well while we're here, right?
Yeah. Like, we got the prediction
So-
site. We might as well like fill out the rest of it and see where our minds are going to go for the rest of these teams.
Yeah, and just in case, like you said that you might
Yeah.
have issues going doing recordings because you're going to be out of town and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's
Getting
actually
these in are kind of like pseudo picks.
yeah, our
Like,
pseudo picks for the
we
next
might change a little bit
yeah,
based on week to week.
but one thing for certain, this will kind of be like our pseudo picks for the next at least 3 weeks.
Yeah, they might change behind the scenes or something, but
Yeah,
like,
even then, like we'll at least get out like smaller episodes that just go over our picks, and that'll be it. But for the most part,
Yeah.
you guys can take what we put here as our official picks for the next few weeks.
until further notice.
Yeah. Anyways,
But yeah,
we don't have to talk much about certain teams, so let's not dive too much into certain games. But this is week 16.
yeah.
We're starting with the AFC first. Bengals win
Week 16.
to me. The Bengals win to me.
Yep.
Chiefs will win,
Bengals.
sadly.
Yep. I'm
Steelers
putting
get the sweep.
Baltimore. You're going. We're choosing different ones.
Yeah. All right, I'm taking the Colts.
Colts are winning. Yeah.
Bills.
Bills.
Chargers.
Broncos.
Really?
Yes.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, I agree with Jacksonville too.
Rams.
I'm gonna actually pick the Jets here.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
All right,
Bears.
Lions.
I'm just kidding.
Lions.
That would be a wild.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Commies.
Commanders.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Seattle.
Yeah, I actually agree with Seattle.
Tampa.
Tampa, hopefully for your sake, and
Packers.
Green Bay. Next week.
All right. Steelers.
We're both gonna run with the Steelers out of hope alone.
Baltimore.
Bengals. The Bengals. I'm a fucking idiot. I saw the B on Baltimore and
Well, that's
immediately
still-
said Bengals out of my mouth.
Well, I still will go with the Bengals either way.
I'll go with the Yeah, that works too.
All right.
Baltimore, then the Bengals.
Chargers.
Chargers.
Titans.
Jacksonville.
Really?
Uh,
All right.
yes.
Bills.
Bills.
As funny, I was like
Uh,
Browns win against the Dolphins. Actually,
Oh.
Dolphins win. Actually, no, Browns do win against the Dolphins. This is in Cleveland. The Dolphins can't function below 30 degrees or 40 degrees.
You're right. You're right. It's the Browns.
All right. Colts again.
Colts.
Saints.
Saints.
Saints. All right. Seattle. Cardinals get the sweep of the Rams.
Seattle.
Commies. You guys split with the Vikings.
I'm gonna commies. I'm going actually with LA up there.
Mhm.
But Packers take the Vikings.
Okay.
Bucks take the
Tampa.
Panthers.
Eagles, Lions.
Eagles, and then Lions. Yeah.
All right. And this is the last week. This is week 18,
People
last
will be
week of
able
the
to see your
season.
screen, so we're not
Yeah,
just
no.
like
Yeah, no, they're
yelling
seeing
out
my
team names.
Yeah, no, I got the screen. I got the screen.
Okay, good.
All right, anyways. Chargers,
Chargers,
Broncos, Titans just to rub it in.
Broncos. I don't think that they could sweep the goddamn Texans. I'm going Texans.
It'll be funny.
Colts.
All right, Colts again.
So Steelers again.
Actually, you know what? I'll swap my Titans. I'll just swap my Texans pick because even then they'll just be the 7th seed. All right, Pittsburgh again.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Bills.
Bills played the fucking Patriots twice in the last few weeks.
Yeah, Jets. Because it's up north.
Juice
Huh? Actually, yeah, Dolphins.
The
Jets are going to be dead.
If there's any cold weather team, man, that they can beat, it's the Jets. Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Then Cardinals.
San Fran.
Then Green Bay.
Green Bay. Commies. Bucks.
Commies. Bucks.
Lions. Carolina just cuz. Eagles.
Falcons and then Eagles, yeah.
All right, and that pretty much gives us the our little playoff prediction here of how the rest of the team is going to go. Okay.
Yep.
So starting with the AFC. I have the Steelers as the 1st seed with a 14-3 record. The Bills as the 2nd seed with a 14-3 record with a complete division sweep. Chiefs at the 3rd seed with a 14-3 record. The Colts are the winners of the AFC South with a 10-7 record. The Chargers are the 5th seed at 12-5. The Ravens are the 6th seed at 11-6. And the Dolphins squeak into the playoffs at 9-8. What do you got?
I have the Chiefs as the 1 seed at 14-3. The Bills as the 2 seed at 13-4 and 6-0 in their division. The Steelers 13-4 are the 3 seed and 4-2 in their division. The Texans are going to be the 4th seed at 9-8. They're going to beat the Colts in a tiebreaker at 9-8. The 5 seed is the Ravens at 12-5. Your 6th seed is the Broncos at 11-6, and the 7th seed is the Chargers at 10-7.
Ooh. That's an interesting slate.
And the Dolphins miss at 9-8. They're the 9th seed.
All right.
And the 8th seed is the Colts, who just miss.
All right. As far as the NFC is concerned, 1st seed is the Lions at 15-2. 2nd seed is the Eagles at 13-4. 3rd seed is the Seahawks at 11-6. 4th is the Bucks at 10-7. 5th is the Vikings at 13-4. 6th are the Commies at 12-5, and 7 are the Packers at 12-5. The NFC is going to be fucked in the playoffs. If that many, because those are all good teams. The Bucks are the outlier because they're 10-7, but they're still good.
Yeah, I have the Lions as the 1st seed at 16-1. Eagles as the 2 seed at 13-4. Seahawks at 3 at 11-6. Bucks 4 seed at 10-7. The 5 seed is the Packers at 13-4. The 6th seed is Commanders at 12-5, and the 7th seed is the Vikings at 12-5. And the first team out is the Cardinals at 9-8. But yeah.
All right. And we might as well go over our draft order. So up until up until pick 18.
All right.
Okay,
I'll name mine off first.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got Giants at 1, Patriots at 2,
all right,
Titans at 3, Raiders at 4, Panthers at 5, Browns at 6, Bears at 7, Jacksonville at 8, Jets at 9, Cowboys at 10, Saints at 11, 49ers at 12, Bengals at 13, Falcons at 14, Rams at 15, Dolphins at 16, Colts at 17, Cardinals at 18.
All right, here's what I got. I got Giants 1, Patriots 2, Raiders at 3, Jags at 4, Jets at 5, Titans at 6, Browns at 7, Bears at 8, Panthers at 9, Cowboys at 10, Saints at 11, Falcons at 12, Bengals at 13, Rams at 14, San Fran at 15, Texans at 16, Broncos at 17, and the Cardinals at 18. So more or less kind of the same, but in different order. Well,
you want to know what's funny?
Hmm.
The Giants are going to get Daniel Jones and cut him, and then draft Shadur Sanders and get Daniel Jones 2.0. You know that's going to happen, right? Like,
yeah. But I was saying we might as well do the playoffs since we're here.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Once again, AFC first. My first matchup: Chargers at Colts. Chargers win.
My first matchup is Baltimore at the Houston Texans. And
Well,
Baltimore's
Baltimore
going
wins.
to absolutely bludgeon the fuck out of them.
All right. Well, I got the Ravens here again. They're playing Kansas City. I think they get revenge and would win.
Interesting. I have a Broncos-Steelers game in which the Steelers win in a tight one.
About to say, Russell Wilson gets his revenge.
Russell Wilson gets his revenge, and Broncos country, let's ride all over them.
All right. And I got the Dolphins going to the Bills. We all know the Dolphins can't play in the cold, so Bills win.
My last one is the Chargers going to the Buffalo Bills. And I'm going to choose the Bills with that one. But I kind of think that could be an upset if that actually happens.
Yeah, I know. Like, I see it. All right. But NFC side, I got the Vikings going to the Bucks. Oh, boy.
I have a wild one in my first one.
Well,
Mine's wild.
Well, first things first, if that ever was to happen, I'd be kind of sad. But two, Skull Frauds lives in infamy in my mind. And we'd have a point to prove, and I think for my own sanity, they better win that. So I'm just going to take the Bucks, even if it's hypothetical.
My first thing is Green Bay at Buccaneers.
You do realize that if that happens, we got to stream it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, definitely we got to stream that if it happens.
I wouldn't do a podcast that week. I would just say we're doing a special edition of Battle of the Bay and just
Live on
do it
Sunday
all.
night.
But I'm gonna roll with Green Bay on this one.
Oh, wow. Of course you would.
And then,
But we all know that we all know that Jordan Love's going to turn into the bad version of Brett Favre.
we're gonna be down by 7 points. Jordan Love's gonna get hurt, and Aaron Rodgers is gonna come out of the out of the wings. He's gonna come out and be, I got this, and he's gonna go and lead a game-winning drive.
Goes
and
out
we're all
there,
gonna watch
smokes some
Morbius at the
ayahuasca,
end.
and then wins the game.
Yeah, Perk Rogers is gonna pop back off. But yeah.
All right, but my next game is Commies at Seattle. Oof.
We have the same second matchup.
All right. Well, then we can debate about this if we want to. But I'm going to take the
Yeah.
Commanders here because I have more faith in Janie Daniels than I do Geno in a playoff situation.
I'm actually gonna take Seattle.
Wow, okay.
in an upset because I think Washington would be favored. But rookie quarterback in the playoffs doesn't always thing. And the Seahawks are just
Yeah, no, it doesn't always pan out.
they're scrappy. As much as I like the Commanders and I have them at 12-5, I could also see them being 9-8 this year. Like they could fall apart just because of Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
And Cliff Kingsbury's record in the playoffs is fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's always been exits. Anyways.
Yeah.
My last match is the Packers going to the Eagles, and I'm sorry to say, if that happens, the Eagles win.
Oh, you don't think they will get the better of them after they barely beat us in the regular season?
No.
Well, mine's Vikings.
Hey, that
Eagles,
was
and I'm actually
for starters. That was in Brazil, and the field turf was awful.
Yeah, we almost won that game. We couldn't catch Saquon Barkley because he was the only one that had fucking cleats that worked.
All right.
But my only upset pick, I think, in my hands, I'm choosing the Vikings over the Eagles in an upset, and Nick Sirianni gets fired.
Well, if Nick Sirianni can get fired, that's awesome. But
I think literally my entire fucking the Seahawks Washington one was me using my football knowledge of like the past and Cliff Kingsbury. The Eagles Vikings is just straight up the Vikings win in miracle fashion in the playoffs, and Nick Sirianni is due to get fired at any fucking point, even though they're winning games. And so a first round exit would be the only way that they could do that. So
right. Well, heading into the divisional. Oh, you're about to say something. I apologize.
I was about to say, which leads us to the divisional round is what I was going to say.
Okay. Well, I got my first matchup is Chargers at Bills. So what you got last time? I'm taking the Bills, but I can see an upset happen. I will not disagree with it.
I have Steelers Bills.
Oh no.
And I'm going to be choosing the Steelers in that one.
Oh no!
Steelers
bullshit prevails.
As crazy as that sounds.
No, it's not crazy at all. I see it happening.
You're about to hate me so fucking much. You're about to hate me so fucking much.
Right. Well, I got the Ravens going to Pittsburgh for my second matchup, and that's going to be another Pittsburgh win.
I'm glad you agree that the Pittsburgh Steelers make it to the NFC conference or the AFC conference championship.
Honestly, it's better than the Chiefs.
Well, my game is the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm picking Kansas City.
Why?
Because the fucking world is going to get a Pittsburgh Steelers versus Kansas City AFC championship game where the world explodes. This is the day that
the
God
Antichrist is
chooses
born.
to come back. This is the day that God comes back to save us because he knows that no one can handle this fucking AFC championship game. It's like, please. He takes his children home on that day. So we don't have to fucking come. We don't have to deal with that shit. All right. What's your NFC?
NFC. I got the Bucks going to Philadelphia. We've already beat them once. We can do it again.
Dude, I swear. You have them going to the NFC championship like every Pick-Ems we do. It's like you're biased or something.
Oh, I wonder what made you think that.
Green Bay goes to play the Seahawks, and Green Bay's gonna get
yeah, fucking hypocrite.
I set that up the whole fucking time. Just staring at that game. I was like,
Right. Well, my last NFC matchup is Commies at the Lions, and I think the Commanders won't win. The Lions get this, which means we got to set up a last year's divisional game with the Bucks and the Lions.
For me, I had 3 of the playoff NFC North teams in the second round. It's Vikings versus Lions in a rematch, in a grudge match. And I gotta choose the Lions.
Oh
to come out
boy.
of that one.
Well, here's my AFC Championship game. I got the Bills going to the Steelers. Do I bullshit the Steelers into a Super? No, I can't do it. The Bills need a win. The Bills need this. Russell Wilson going to the Super Bowl with the Steelers will be cursed.
My AFC championship. This cannot happen. I don't think this is gonna happen, guys. Like, as much as I'm
like, you're memeing around at this point, but
you're memeing around at this point.
But the scary part is it can actually happen.
I was going to say, I'm choosing the AFC because I'm being a little loosey goosey with the AFC because I have a firm belief of who's going to win the Super Bowl. But this could actually happen, and this could be a reality where we live in, where the Steelers have to play at Kansas City.
And the best part is that the Steelers could probably have a chance to win that.
And the Steelers bullshit is going to beat the Chiefs bullshit in an upset that no one sees coming. Russell Wilson leads them to
Broncos country. Let's weld.
Super Bowl berth.
Or Steelers country. Let's weld. Well, on the NFC side, I got the Bucks and the Lions. Again, we beat the Lions once already. We're the only team to do it. So, magic continues.
You're actually going to... To show you how unbiased I am, Green Bay is going to go to the Lions, and they're going to lose.
No, the problem is that the Packers have already lost twice against the Lions. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We've won against them. So at least you have no chance. You have no chance in that game. Green Bay, that's going to be a wild one if that actually happens. An NFC Championship of Green Bay versus the Lions. Right. Well,
which I gotta put the Lions above, but I would be surprised if Green Bay makes it to the Super Bowl. I kind of want to pick the Packers now because that would mean there would be a 2010-2011 rematch.
Jordy Nelson to the end zone, touchdown! You know, like our intro, our intro.
That would be a wild fucking prediction to work out. Green Bay goes against the Steelers in the Super Bowl again. That would be a wild rematch, man.
Right. Well, my Super Bowl is Bills at Bucks. We're undefeated in Super Bowls. And
You're not...
No, the biased buck prevails always. The biased buck prevails. I'm doing it.
I'm picking the Bucks to win the Super Bowl. Oh my god.
Wiener.
Well, I'm picking the Lions.
Wiener. All right. I'm fine with the Lions. I'm fine with the Lions Bucks making it to the Super Bowl. I'm fine.
Lions Bills.
No.
I think that's the most likely.
No, like if any team in the NFC, I'd be fine with them. It'll be those two. Bucks for obvious reasons.
The reason why I played such loosey-goosey with the AFC is because I think that...
No, we all know. You wanted it to happen.
I just think that a Steelers fucking Chiefs playoff game would be cursed. Especially if it was the AFC Championship. Would people want to watch that, or would people want to not watch that? Like, what
I think people will watch it just to see who's conjured their devil magic better.
There would be a blocked punt, a blocked field goal.
Blocked punt, blocked field goal, and an interception that gets bounced off a
onside kick.
A interception that bounces off.
Return for a touchdown.
And then a fucking lateral play to win it in like 1 second left. But
Patrick Mahomes breaks both legs, still plays. Russell Wilson gets injured, and somehow Justin Fields throws for 300 yards. It's just the most fucking bullshit ever.
And then in the Super Bowl, it just all comes full circle.
The Steelers fucking Lions Super Bowl would be so fucking weird.
Agreed.
That would be weird as shit. But okay, well, that's
that
done.
is, yeah, and that's actually going to be the last thing we do here. There's no news. I do not have any energy to pick bowl games, let alone 64 of them. So, this is going to be it. This is the end of episode 19. If you liked, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to. Click the bell to get notifications when I upload. Next episode will probably be hashed for the fact that I'm going to be not at my apartment. But you'll at least get our Pick-Ems, and that'll be good for now. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time in episode 20 of Battle for the Bay. We'll see you.
Peace.